Well, you know me, it's the Father feared, Spirit steered, Jesus cleared my way. Jersey red, heard me clear, rep these every day. You know, it's the dope dealer turned hope dealer, the thug turned theologian, a good fella, but still a little hood fella.
This is the train to Newark Penn Station.
When you think of planting a church, you think of doing something benevolent, one of the last places anyone thinks of doing it in the United States is New Jersey. New Jersey unnecessarily is consistently ranked one of the most hated places in the country. I grew up in Hackensack, New Jersey, and I'm more proud of it than most people say that I should be. And you know, like many of us, I come from a fractured family from a pretty early age. By the time I was 5, my family was houseless. That just started a cycle in my life of a lot of things, and one thing led to another, and I was a part of a small street gang from the time I was about 12 years old. I was kind of living this double life where I would, you know, I knew the principal of my high school on a first name basis, and I was the captain of my track team. But literally in between breaks in practice, sometimes I would be selling drugs through the gate at my high school. And I was arrested at the age of 18 for the possession of narcotics with the intent to distribute. And you know, that was the first time I say that I sensed something similar to the grace of God in my life, because we only did 3 nights in a holding cell for what should have carried a 1-year minimum sentence in prison for what we were doing. And I had literally been given a freedom that I did not earn. I'd been given grace. I started grasping for something. I didn't know quite what I needed, but I knew I needed a change. A few weeks had passed, and then I walked into this church in Englewood, New Jersey, and the preaching just rocked me in a different way than I think it had ever hit me before. And I remember responding to an altar call that day. I just remember this obvious feeling that God sees me, like specifically. He knows meticulously what I'm experiencing and going through, and that he cares. The next thing you know, there were a couple of guys God started to just strategically place around my life. Over probably a 6-month period, I think I fully grasped who God is and how I should respond to the person and character of Jesus Christ. And I've just been walking ever since. Yellow plates, they haunt me. Hiding in unmanicured pastures, they seek me and they taunt me. I'm wounded, pastor. I know serving me is daunting. I think I could have skipped this chapter. Exceptionally exhausting. The yellow plates, they haunt me. I had gotten a job at Monday.com. I was like the 32nd hire or something like that in the United States of this top 5 startup in the world. But I can't help but shake this deep sense that I'm not supposed to be here. I feel like I have everything I need. I have a great community, I have a good job, I'm about to deliver my first son, you know, like it's just a lot of good things going where I'm at. Why leave? Why go back? Those were the only words that I could really hear from God. It seemed like for a whole season of my walk was just go home. My mentor, brother, lead pastor, Jordan Rice, had an executive director role open. And the whole time I thought maybe I should apply to it, but I didn't want to. And I finally did. And that was what the jump looked like. I made a big sacrifice my family and I did, jumping from the tech world to a church plant. I think it was well worth it. I've always loved New Jersey. But as I have lived other places, my love for New Jersey has grown dramatically. As I started to think through the name of this church, I think names mean a lot. We came up with Eden because New Jersey is called the Garden State. The biblical side of it is that obviously we have the Garden of Eden, and we believe that God has an Edenic vision for the world, right? So then we got the Garden of Eden, the Garden State, and so I thought it would be really, really good and relatable to start a community called Eden that worships Jesus, to help people really learn what Eden actually is. I believe that Jesus reigns here, and I just think it's time for other spirits to realize that.